Brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home is Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, along with Earlene's Flowers, presents a look at obituaries this morning. Mr. Carl Jones, age 68 of Talladega, died at Citizens BMC on Wednesday. Curtis and Son Funeral Home announcing. Edith E. White, age 89 of Sylacauga, died on Wednesday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis and Son Funeral Home announcing the arrangements. Graveside service for Jimmy Beulah Crocker Harding, age 83 of Harpersville, will be today at 2 p.m. from Oak Grove Cemetery in Shelby County. The Reverend Paul Hickman officiating. Ms. Harding died April 24th in Bainbridge, Georgia. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Memorial service for Peggy Annette Caudle Furline, age 64 of Childersburg. That service will be today at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son North, with Brother Clarence Denny officiating. Visitation prior to the memorial service also at the North Chapel from 1 until 2. Ms. Furline died at her residence on April the 25th. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Yvonne Gordon Culp, age 82 of Alexander City, is Friday at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City. Reverend Mike Jones officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Friday 12:30 to 1:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Culp died April 25th at her residence. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Garrett Charles Williamson, age 17 of Kelladon, will be Friday at 11 o'clock from Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Turk Holt officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends tonight 5 till 7 at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City directing. Mr. Ernest Holt, age 74, died April 27th. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary announcing. Mr. Bobby F. Strawn, age 70, died April 26th. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary will announce the arrangements. Funeral arrangements for Mr. Elbert Clyde Wilson, those arrangements are set. They'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock from Goodwater High School Gymnasium. Pastor Willie Dunn officiating. Public viewing Saturday from noon until service time at the gymnasium. Zion Memorial Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Memorial service for Phyllis Arlene Cook, age 84. Online condolences at ursharyfuneralhome.com. A graveside service will be held today at 2 o'clock from Pine Hill Mausoleum in Talladega. The family receiving friends today, 12:30 to 1:30, also at the funeral home. That's Phyllis Arlene Cook, age 84, Ursary Funeral Home, Talladega directing. Memorial service for Loretta Stringer Harmon. That service will be on Saturday from Ridgeview Baptist Church in Talladega, beginning at 2 p.m. All family and friends are invited to attend. Ms. Harmon died April 23rd. This obituary report brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home is Curtis and Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361. Obituaries in Part 2 brought to you by Earlene's Flowers and More. Say it with flowers from Earlene's Flowers and More this Mother's Day weekend. 256-245-5235. That's Earlene's Flowers and More.